What's up, guys? We're on the Rob. Welcome to the Robcast. I'm here with Amiah Brissett. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. So, I'm gonna start off with like a few icebreaker questions and stuff like that. So, first question: what's your favorite sports team if you have one?
Favorite sport? For football, the Giants. I love the Giants. Even though they're not that good.
It happens. Yeah.
And then basketball, I'm like in between. Like, I like OKC, and then I like Golden State, of course. But I just bounce around.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It happens. What's your favorite music? Wait, a second. My bad. All right. What's your favorite music genre and artist?
Music genre is probably like indie pop, and then
That's a good one.
artist. Right now it's Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, that's
or
nice.
like
That's
Drake.
good. That's sick, and I like Drake too. All right. What's your favorite season?
Season? Probably fall.
Fall. That's a good one. Yeah, nice one. What's your favorite food? If you had to say.
Ooh, that's a hard question.
It's a hard one.
I think anything Mexican.
Anything
like
Mexican.
Moe's or Chipotle.
It's pretty good. And last icebreaker question for this one: do you prefer Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Probably Dunkin'. But if I had to choose like Dunkin' or a local place, it'd be a local place.
Say so. Yeah, for sure. All right. So I was on Instagram and stuff like that, and I see you're you're standout for Binghamton track. You're doing all that, and yeah. Then I saw you broke some records. You participated in some big time meets like the Penn relays, and there was a bunch of them around here, stuff like that. So how was your time running for Binghamton track?
I love it. It's really fun. My first couple of years though, it was not that good.
Yeah.
COVID hit, so it's we didn't do much.
Mm.
But then in the last 2 years, we've been everywhere. We went to Boston, which was really fun.
That must be fun. Yeah.
And having a good team is way better than what we had before. We had no good performances, and now we're really building up.
Nice, that's good. Yeah, I ran track in the I actually ran track for Binghamton in the past. I ran from 7th grade through 9th grade, and it was pretty fun. Then the track team too. It's tight knit family. They have some. I feel do they have the same coaches? It's Coach Butts, Cody. Yeah, they're all the OGs. Yeah, they're all
Coach
good coaches.
Cody's been there forever.
No, yeah, is it Egypt Page one of your?
Yeah.
Is he a coach now? Yeah.
He's coaching jumping now.
No, that's good. Yeah, he's a good guy. Back when I was in 7th grade, he was on he was actually a senior, and he was just a really good track runner, very good stuff like that. That's nice.
Yeah, but Egypt, he's fun, and we're adding on new coaches too. We have a new one, Coach Boa, and it's I just love seeing the program grow.
Yeah, no, I feel track's at Binghamton. I feel track's always kind of been one of those it's track's not really a popular sport, but at Binghamton it's because Binghamton we've had our struggles with sports and stuff like that, and and I feel track ever since the beginning of high school, I feel track's always been that one sport, that hidden sport that Binghamton just excels at, and they have and they've always had in my years through running track, I noticed a lot of the runners improved and just stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you some questions. So what has been your biggest challenge as an athlete, and how did you overcome it?
My biggest challenge is probably anxiety and overthinking. I think that's something that athletes don't really talk about much.
Yeah.
But it's every time I'm about to get on the line, I just freak out still to this day, and I'm still trying to figure out how to deal with it. I've read books and stuff, but it's hard.
Yeah, no, that's funny too, because back when I ran track, through my days or whatever, it was my most favorite thing in the world, but it was also standing at that line before a race. It was one of my favorite feelings, but it also I was scared a crap ton about it too. And then once you hear that gun, once that gun shoots, you just take off, and it's just it's a good feeling, but just
feeling, but it's also so scary.
Oh, yeah. It's very tempting. Then the funniest thing, the first time I ever ran the 200 meter ran the 200 meter dash at Binghamton, I was in I ran in the last heap of it too, and it was funny that a few of the track guys at the time, I'm not sure exactly who it was, but I think it was the only Binghamton guy in the race or whatever, and they're yo, you're the only Binghamton guy in the race, you got to step this up, man, you got to do good. I was all right. I stood in line, did my stance, heard the gun, took off. I actually came in first place too, and the funny thing is that was my first race too or whatever. Then you're not supposed to look back in a track race because it slows you down.
Yeah.
And then like I remember I kept looking. It's actually on my Instagram too. I kept looking back. My aunt was like, "Robbie, stop looking, stop looking." Then I was doing it. She's like, come on, go ahead. And then she just it was funny as hell. Then my grandpa who goes to everything, and he's like, "That boy, Rob." It was just hilarious. It's fun times. All right, now we're gonna go to question number 2. All right, like so. Can you share a memorable moment or achievement in your career so far? You have to say.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, just like a moment achievement,
Probably, I think most recently we went to the Armory for our nationals, and
Yeah.
we ran, and then we came in like 4th in our heat, and we thought it was really bad. We were like, dang it, like we should have did better, and then we found out that we came 13th place. And we were like, oh my gosh, like that's the highest we've ever ranked, like at a national meet.
Yeah.
So I think that's like one of my biggest ones. And then we found out the teams we were going against weren't even like all high school teams. They were like all American teams. So we were like, oh, like 13th and we're a regular team. It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's good. The funny thing is, I actually ran at the Armory like my 9th grade year of track. It was like it's a trip a lot of people love, but for me it was just like I had anxiety, like it was like a big time meet. I don't think like our runners did as good at that meet. Because I feel like the program was still kind of like we had good runners at the time, but I feel like we were kind of at like a lower point at the time.
Yeah.
But we had it was like it was a fun meet, but it was also just like the Armory was like the biggest and smallest place at the same time. Like it was a big place, but it was just like crammed. And I remember like being nervous. Like I was like then I had like risk like my stuff getting taken. It was just all that, but it was it all worked out.
Big. Like I lost my bag. Actually, at the Armory, I had to find it.
That's funny. Because I remember like the coaches were like. They're like, make sure you hide your stuff. Then like one of the coaches was like, they call it Christmas at the Armory because people like to take stuff here. Da 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 da. It was funny. Then, yeah, I ran my race, and actually, the funny thing is or whatever, because like this was during indoor track, so like you had to get like picked. So you had to like get picked for a lot of the meets because they're more like they're all invitationals.
Yeah.
Then once it came spring, they had like the invitationals and the dual meets, and they only put me in the dual meets for that one. But I remember that one. Like my dad was like my dad likes track, so he was like, so he found out the Armory was on the schedule, and he's been there in the past, so he was like super excited for this meet. And then like I think he was, and like my mom knows Coach Butts or whatever. And she was telling him like all like about how my dad was all excited for it. So I feel like just by like my mom saying that, I feel like I kind of got put on that like bus just because of that in a way. But yeah, no, it was a cool meet, good experience, fun. I think it was pretty cool. I felt like it was just like a big time event. Then I went up to run, and it was pretty dope.
Yeah. I feel like an Olympian mom.
Yeah, no, it was just like this like big time feeling.
And they call you out, and it's like, oh, like.
Yeah, no, it was pretty sick. All right. Third question. So before you have like like a big time meet or a meet or like a smaller meet, a big meet, whatever. So like, how do you mentally prepare for that? You'd have to say.
So like before I never used to prepare, but lately I like the whole school day, like normally I don't go to school. Like I'll just tell my classes ahead of time and I'll skip, and then I'll come in late and then I'll just listen to music like the entire time writing up, cause like you gotta lock in.
Yeah.
And then I always eat yogurt right before.
Nice.
I eat a parfait, and then I just sit there and I listen to my music and I warm up with like my 4x2 group, and then once I get on that line I'm just ready. No,
that's good. Yeah, I feel like music's always like a bit like that's. I feel like that's always just like a common answer, for like preparing for like a big event or a race. Like, and like I mean, even myself, I would always listen to like music before like before my track meets. Then like my senior year when I played lacrosse, I like to listen to music and stuff like that. I mean, I even listened to it like before I listened to like my favorite teams play just to get me in a good mood.
Yeah.
But just like a common one. Then the same thing with food too. Like it's always like important to like eat. It's kind of like I feel like it kind of like helps the anxiety a little bit too. You're eating something good. It's like
and it like
kills
I feel like
it.
food like sometimes it can like brighten you up.
Oh yeah, definitely. Could like because sometimes you get in those moods. Sometimes you're like hangry. Then you eat something, then you're feeling a little bit better, and just like that.
Yeah, and it's something light too. So I'm like, at least I'm eating, but I'm not heavy when I'm running.
Oh yeah, of course. All right. So it's kind of like a similar one. So like, what's your pregame ritual or routine?
So similar to the no school thing, and then pretty much like days running up to the meet, I just like I try to focus on what I want to achieve. So it's like if I'm trying to go for a big PR, it's like the night before, I'll go to sleep early. I won't like be on my phone too much because apparently that stunts your speed, but I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
And then I just really I talk to Coach Cody.
Yeah.
And like right before like every big meet we talk, and then he like talks to me about anxiety, and I just complain to him the entire time. And then usually I'm not gonna lie, I do complain a lot writing up to the races.
That's funny. Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna quit. I don't want to do this.
Oh yeah, those moments happen sometimes. That's funny that it's actually funny that Coach Cody talks to you about anxiety because don't get me wrong. Like I heard stories in the past like when he actually gets mad, he gets mad. But other than that though, he's just like the most like he's a little monotone, but like he's one of those, he's like just like a very just super nice and just like calm dude. Just like
yeah, he just holds himself very calm.
Yeah. This thing. All right. So like, what are your best like personal like records like when it comes to like times when you run track?
So for my 55, it's 7 seconds and 42, and then my 100 is 12:4. But I'm trying to cut that down on Saturday, and then my 200 is 25:8.
Nice.
And then my 300 is 42:55, which is 0.10 off the record.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, and then I have one more question just before we wrap it up. So, I mean, this is a pretty big one. So basically, like, what types of like offers do you have for college, and what are you planning on doing like with like your sport, and then like a career, like, then like what career do you like plan on pursuing with that?
Good question. So from like college offers, there's a bunch of like Division III ones, but the main ones I'm looking at right now are like Del High, Cortland. Because Cortland's a good teaching school and I want to be a teacher.
Yeah, no, that's Cortland. It's a good
then
college.
I was looking at BU and St. Bonaventure, but I don't know where I'm going yet.
Yeah, no, that's all good. It's a tough decision. It takes a lot of time, you know.
But I want to be a teacher and I want to be a coach. So I'm just looking at which school has the best for teaching and coaching.
Yeah, no, that's definitely good. You know, like you could go to college to run track, then then even like just kind of like like what Egypt did. You could go to college, run track, kill it. Then like you could become a teacher. Then you could even return to like Binghamton and then coach those teams and stuff like that.
But I just want to go pro. Like
yeah. Oh yeah. No. No. That's the goal.
Yeah.
You want to go pro.
I'm like maybe. Let me see how college goes first.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So we got everything covered, and yes. So thanks for coming on the podcast. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
And
this is so fun.
Yeah, no, it's just like a vibe, you know.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys. Peace out.